And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, to American Civil War mod. This is a mod here of Napoleon Total War. It is freely accessible. I'll leave a link to the ModDB page in the video description below. It is really easy to install. You just need a vanilla copy of Napoleon Total War to install. And it's a simple matter of just installing it the same way you would Napoleon Total War 3. Some people on the from the mod I was talking to yesterday said that you can actually install it at the same time you have Napoleon Total War 3. The way I did it, and this is actually the old way of doing it apparently, is I got a vanilla version of Napoleon Total War and installed my ACW copy on that, and then moved those game files from C and D drive into a separate folder, and then install another version of Napoleon Vanilla and put my NTW3 version in there. Now that's the old way of doing it apparently. Apparently you can install both the versions together and it shouldn't cause issues. But just double check that with the ACW Discord members. I'll leave a link to that Discord in the video description below. I would consult them before doing that. It might screw up your game. That's just my fear. Apparently that doesn't happen anymore. But given how long it takes to install Napoleon, I would just confirm that with the developers before doing so. So you save yourself some time, trouble, and yeah, it's not a headache for you. In any case, we've got a nice 4v4 here for you today. It came from the ACW community yesterday. This was one of the battles they recommended. It's on the map South Mountain Fox, Turner Gaps, 1862. On one team we have Warboss, Hunter Killer, 092, Tiny Rick, and Garden Variety Socialist. I think Garden actually sent me this replay. We have here the Wing Tassar, Mini Stop 8, Patrick Caliburn, and Private VVS Bastard. So he rears his head in ACW as well. There's a bit of crossover between the Napoleon Total War 3 and ACW community. So, you know, you'll see familiar faces from time to time. Now, for the South Army, we have a right and left wing faction here, I believe. It's just the right army here. Actually, so yeah, it's just the right wing army, or right wing faction. We have over here Pickett's division, and over here we have Polk's Corps. Polk's Corps, my bad. And over here we have Early's division. Now, I think it's like Penta's and Early's division is good for beginners when it comes to using the South. I'm not too familiar with the North. I know. Oh, sorry, I do know. The 6th Corps. Yeah, 6th Corps is the user-friendly faction for early beginners of ACW. If you want to, when you get your first taste of American Civil War, you'll be Union, 6th Corps. You want to be South, that once again, that's Early's division. I think that's like Pinkett's division or something like that. Pender's division. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's Pinkett's or Pender's. Anyway, the terrain of the map today is extremely hilly, which makes things a bit challenging for artillery. The South has an easy job of it. Setting the artillery on this hilltop here, you've got a wide target area for the artillery. Most of the cannonballs should be able to shoot down the hill here. So most of the area here is actually accessible to artillery deployed on that main hilltop. So if the Union Army here wants to take the hilltop and avoid casualties, because it looks like South is already there, they could maneuver themselves here to move down towards the mountain, but from this direction here. Try and use this hill here as cover. They're a bit exposed, of course, once they get to that gap, but once they get behind the artillery on the hilltop here, they should be alright. Over here, it's easier for the Southern forces if they move behind the hill and make their way towards, well, actually this direction. No one tends to want to assault head-on coming from this direction up this hill here, because the South has a high ground, or whatever team is deployed over here has immediately the higher ground. And so it's easier for them to win if the other team comes at them. I mean, they don't have to actually leave this point. It doesn't make sense for them to march down. This is perfect ground. They've got the higher ground here. They can shoot down at the enemy as they come towards them, even where they are right now. Yeah, this map is alright, but the team that comes from this direction here has some distinct terrain disadvantages. But we have seen before teams actually win coming from this direction. And so that does actually surprise me a lot. Given the terrain, it seems like only one team really has the edge to win straight away. Now this cav here, I think, has shotguns. It was explained to me that a certain army, maybe the one I had, but Polkorps obviously has as well. Maybe he has shotguns. He also has charging ability. They bring out their swords. Not a lot of cav do that, I think. They're confident, tired but confident, and they broke this unit. Sharpshooters, that's why. It's a whole division of sharpshooters. They broke 2 of them. Both belong to 3rd Corps. 2nd Corps is at risk of losing their artillery. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, no explosions!
A unit has grown weary, sir.
They marched their arty straight into enemy cavalry. Oh, well, the cavalry broke, but it is essentially what he did. Alright. You got very lucky there. Meanwhile, we've got 20th and 21st Corps up here. Artillery being deployed. Is this a Napoleon battery? No, it's howitzers. Howitzers have significant lower range than Napoleon batteries, but howitzers, I've been told, are perfect for shooting at armies close by. I mean, apparently they've got something called special shot, which if you're able to use will quickly annihilate their target. So a team needs to sort of take out that artillery as fast as possible, or approach it from a direction of cover. I remember yesterday I was about to fire my very first special shot. I had my howitzers all lined up, and then the host unfortunately crashed and I couldn't see what happened next. I did start to use my RT in the final match I tried to partake in, but as soon as it got going again there was a crash. We had to abandon the match. It was not a good day yesterday. Very unfortunate. Okay, we've got Army of Ohio, 3rd Indiana, and 2nd Indiana Cavalry. That's a bit of a distance. What are these guys doing? Well, South has their own sharpshooters. We've got some Georgia skirmishes and some 9th Louisiana Skirmish Company. Alright, no other forces in the area. It seems like the advanced forces here from the Union Army has these guys surrounded. The rest of the army is almost over the crest. Now, this is actually pretty cool. The South has come down the hill. They're giving up the high ground. They're giving up a vitally important strategic position to engage the enemy on their territory, on their turf. Although he's marching up in a way that his army is very disorganized and a little bit all over the shop. Now you might be wondering why it's flashing and doing that. That's because they're marching. From a distance they'll do that. It's like left, right, left, right. This just causes some shadow effect. Something to do with the sun maybe. Yeah, it's something to do with the sun. From that angle. And the right wing player is on the right wing. Finally, the world makes sense again. Well, right now these guys are forming each other up. Another thing is that stamina is absolutely key to victory. You should never run your forces, apparently. I gotta actually just watch about from this direction here. You should never run your forces because it diminishes their ability to fire, makes them slow, makes them a lot slower to reload and fire, and makes them easier to break, though it reduces their morale. That point was reinforced a few times actually yesterday. No, South has superiority big time here. We got one battery system down there, some Napoleon batteries. Just the one set? No, we've got two sets. And they got long range, so... Now, it looks like Ellie's division's here. What he might have done... Yeah, from memory, Georgia is like the mid-tier faction group of Ellie division. Or at least it was for, I think, Pender's division or Penkett. I can't remember. Anyway... He might have just brought these guys here, and he brought the senior troops, the more elite troops behind them. So obviously, first wave meant to move forward, deal as much damage as possible, and absorb as much damage as possible from the enemy. And the idea probably is have the elites move in last in reserve to finish off the enemy, break through their lines. But he might be trying to use a high ground to his advantage. Potentially, the line behind him might be able to fire into the enemy forces below as well. Bit of a gamble. But given the distance, it's possible. No other battles taking place. We're getting close. Roving has some skirmishes move up way too far. He's also got a unit of cavalry all the way back there. Pickett's division is not moving like he knows there's a unit in front of him. Now the South was my bayonet charge him. They're well known for that tactic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They are really not that far away from each other. Come on. Oh, he's running. Now, remember I said this was not a good idea? I don't know why this player's doing this. I mean, I was scolded for it when I did it. He's doing this for a reason. He's not... I don't know if he knows who he's shooting at. Come on, boys.
Your men have been routed, sir.
Okay. This cavalry here is caught between two units. They're not broken. They're trying to form up. Morale here is pretty good for both teams. So it's starting to waver a little bit now. Looks like I might go to second corps here. Oh, you got a bit of a buff there. Maybe the general's nearby. Where's he going? He's going to lose this unit. Alright, let's have a look. The battle is being hotly contested. The Union Army has reserves all ready to go. The reserves for the south are coming. It looks like they might arrive before any unit on their side potentially breaks. The right-wing player is slowly moving up. He seems to have taken the longest time out of all of them to get here. Maybe he had the longest distance to march, I don't know. But the 20th and 21st Corps is deployed unusually well back. I don't know why he's that far back. He sort of left 2nd Corps out dangling on his own there, and that's not that good. Especially working as one unit. Let's have a quick look here. Now, 2nd Corps has basically taken the lead here of the Union Army. None of the other teammates have gotten as involved as he has. We're seeing a bit of a development here. We've got some units piling up, possibly for a bayonet charge action, I don't know. I don't know why I was going to do that. He might have broke the unit. Well, it probably will come back. Why I say I don't know why he did it is, well, he was attacking what appeared to be the strongest point of the 2nd Corps' line. Maybe he thought he could break through. If he broke through that area, then this battle was pretty much over for the 2nd Corps, because that was 2nd Corps' strongest point. And if the strongest point of his line collapses, then it's only a matter of time before the rest of the line collapses like dominoes in succession rapidly. You got his ally here, Polk's Corps showing up. He's already got 2 units there, that's an advanced guard. Right wing's also here supporting Pickett. Pickett might have actually played a bit of a gamble there, challenging 2nd Corps by himself. Also dealing with some units there from 3rd. But right wing beat 20th and 21st Corps to the punch.
Yes, sir.
The trees make it very difficult. That's UNRD there coming in.
Yes, sir.
They went from confidence steady to wavering in rapid succession. Alright, they broke him. He's charged in, he's gonna get swamped. Well, right wing, maybe he does know what he's doing. Those 2 units just don't seem to be going down despite the number of Union forces in the area. I mean, it was basically 2 on 5. It still is. Well, it was to start with. And now they've taken down 3 out of the 5 units. Jeez, they went to triple chevron pretty fast, didn't they? Now, right wing charged up into the rear here of these units, which were retreating. They were trying to reform. That looks like it's coming from their own battery system. What do we call this, a brigade? That's 12 cannons right there.
Battery reporting.
And some howitzers as well. Howitzers would be great to target the 20th and 21st Corps from that range. 20th and 21st Corps might want to think about moving their forces towards the center. Try and keep them away from the howitzers. I don't see that working out very well for them. They've got the cavalry, they're just lurking. They're going to try and make their move on the artillery later on. So far, Polk's Corps is moving up almost unopposed. He sent 2 units to the left wing, which appear to be outnumbered and being broken. The whole Union force needs to just fall back to where 3rd has their line set up. Because you can see the South is trying to encircle them. They're not going to succeed on the left flank, that's certain. Thanks to 3rd Corps' position there. Over here though, they are vastly outnumbered and stand being encircled very easily. Right wing just moves around like so, takes out the artillery as they move. Pushes all the forces back this direction here, and before you know it, the Union Army here could be moved all the way down behind the road. This would be a nice fallback position. As the last stand, shooting at the forces as they come down the hill. But it is time to pull out.
Your men have been routed, sir.
The South has outmaneuvered them. And these guys here are being worn down soldier by soldier. Now it seems like Georgia forces are hanging in there. And Early's actually brought up his reserves. He's got a unit just standing idly by themselves almost. Since there's no one to really oppose them, they should be moving down, trying to outflank the army of Ohio's line. Or turning and firing into the cavalry here of 3rd. But it could be what the artillery is trying to do, I don't know.
Your men have been routed, sir.
Okay. So what's Polk doing? We have 2 versus 8. Maybe 8 versus 3. Soon to be 4, but they're not even lined up. I really think the army is trying to hit the cavalry.
Your men have been routed, sir.
It's looking too good there for Polk. Let's hope he turn things around, eh? This unit here, the 2nd Tennessee, should have been turning to fire into the cavalry as they walked by, to try and save their artillery, and then engage the 24th New York. Polk is almost being suicidal now with his aggressiveness. I mean, Pickett's moving up now just to make sure that he has someone with him. There's a general there. He's in range. He's very close. One of them's fallen, maybe to artillery. Maybe one of these guys will catch a bullet for their general. And I didn't start off with my usual spiel, guys, which is if you want to see your own Total Replay PCD on this channel, there are 4 links you can send me a Total Replay to in this and every video's description below. They are, of course, my email at scoutsoventertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post your replay there. Or simply tag me in any replay you post on most Total War Discords as well. I'm usually on them as well. Well, I'm on all the ones I think I can find. Well, he didn't kill the general, that much is clear. South line's looking strong. The Union is a little bit disorganised and cluttered. And not straightened up at all. It's a little bit all over the shop, very wonky. Then again, so's Polk's left wing. The centre though is looking fine. Now we've got Polk's artillery there, trying to keep the Union army back on their right wing. We've got about 5 units waiting to move up. This artillery is firing. Looks like the South has superiority on the left.
A unit has grown weary, sir.
Now, that artillery must have taken out the cavalry and the 124th New York unit. Because they're gone now. Oh no, maybe the cavalry just fell back. Potentially that's what's happened. This is infantry. They must be moving in to try to outflank these guys. Alright, they're broken. What does this mean? Well, looks like the Ohio has been almost defeated. If he reforms these units here on his right, wheels them around, he can shoot at the southern forces as they move down the hill. Catch them in the crossfire. These 3 units here, highly packed. This other one's heavily depleted.
Your men have been routed, sir.
Polk keeps leapfrogging over his fallen, and he keeps pushing the enemy back. Much to the frustration of the Union forces, I bet. He keeps coming, and they keep killing him.
have been routed, sir.
This is being picked apart now. The center has gone for the Union Army. This one unit here is fighting valiantly, but they are vastly outnumbered.
The unit has grown weary, sir.
Well, that's not very nice. Stabbing a guy in the back when he's on the ground. Once again, this is a textbook case of the South using their brawn rather than their firepower to defeat their opponents. The Union forces got in too close for their own good. And the Southern forces were able just to keep rolling forwards over their fallen, killing and just, well, killing and gaining ground this whole battle. Well, there's that cavalry we talked about earlier. What are they firing at? Could be some broken forces, I don't know. These guys here could be shooting each other. They broke. There's not 2 units, I read that as 2, my mistake. Alright, they're dressing their ranks. It's just one of those moments, you know, you're going to be defeated and you want to try and get as many kills as you can. But I think the 20th Motorist Corps is doing it right. Rather than just wait to be shot into defeat, might as well try and charge the enemy. And it's definitely a braver way to go down in defeat. No matter what he does, you can't win. Unless he has a cheat code that makes his units invincible. We've got 2 higher divisions there that seem to be left alone. Why early didn't finish them off is anyone's guess. We've got a general unit here with another unit that's heavily depleted. They're too busy shooting a unit that's already broken and running away. Alright, all the forces here have been mopped up. And so I'll probably just fast forward to the end, guys. It seems certain who's won this one. Well, we're back and this problem seems to have been solved for us. The game essentially has frozen here, so I can't actually fast forward to the end and show you the kill counts of who got how many kills. Still, well done to the south on the victory today, unlucky to the north, but that is the way the cookie crumbled. Thank you to Garden, of course, for sending me the replay. I believe he was on the south side. And once again, guys, if you want to see your own total replay feature video on this channel, there are links in the video description below you can send me your replay to, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. This is Micka from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you all in the next Total War battle.